Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would come on and do a weight update. Obviously I didn't end up getting weighed when I was supposed to get weighed. It was all a bit hectic, as you all know. So last week, Boxing Day, I did go to a group, but it was closed. But even though it said on the Slimming World app that it was open, so I did contact the consultant and they said no, it was on Wednesday, which I couldn't do because when it was happening I would have been at work, so it just wasn't going to work. And every group I tried to look at, it just meant that I was either going to be late for work or I was going to have to leave work early. So I just thought, forget this week. I had already booked it as a holiday anyway, thinking I may not be able to go. So I decided just to say, never mind, it is what it is. Obviously, as you all know, I did weigh myself at home and I did give you an update last Wednesday on that. So that would have been week 150, and it did say on my scales that I'd lost 1.75 pounds, but to be honest, I don't know. But I shall get straight to now what I did. You can hear my friend coughing, she's had a cold for like weeks. I shall show you what happened. So I'm quite happy with it. So as you can see here, I lost £0.5 pound. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I was thinking even if I could just be the same or even £1 or £2 heavier, I would have been happy with that. So I'm now weighing 12 stone 4.5, and I've lost a total of 2 stone 3 pounds with Slimming World, and my total loss altogether is getting close now to the 4 stone, so I'm happy. But I don't know what it'll be next week. God knows what will happen next week. I'll get to that in a minute, but let me just check on my fitness pal where I'm at to. 3 stone 11.5 pounds I've lost so far, with altogether since I started my journey back in 2011. So I know it's taken a long time, but I kind of wanted to lose it quite slowly, so I thought there'd be less chance maybe of like loose skin, and basically I'm a slow loser anyway, let's face it. So I'm happy with it, you know, and I do hope kind of 2018 I'm going to get to target. I don't know, I'd like to think that I could, but if I keep going the way I'm going, I think I could. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about this week so far. So I've not really been sticking to plan as such. I think I've done a few days EE, but mainly SP. I've kind of let slide a few times not having the 2 healthy extra A's, but I have had the B's. So it's sort of, you know, a bit of hit and miss really what I'm doing this week. But I have obviously been vlogging my food diaries on and off. I think I've only had a couple of days break really. Talking about that, I don't know if I'm going to vlog every day. I'm in an R-ing over it. I like doing it. It keeps me, you know, focused. It stops me picking at things, whereas I'm still picking at things at the moment, but I'm assuming because we've got a lot of Christmas. We haven't got a lot of Christmas stuff, but it's just like the odd chocolates here or there. But I've tried to kind of rein everything back, which is probably why I have lost, to be honest, because even though I've still been picking at things, I have kept most of my meals on plan, apart from the odd few. But that, you know, and I haven't counted sins either. I am hoping sort of by the time I get back to work, I'll probably be back on plan. That is my aim, so I can have like a good I'm back Friday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days on plan, you know. See, I'm trying to rein it in as much as possible, but you know, this is where I normally put on the weight. I normally lose at Christmas but put on after, but usually this would be the week that I would have put on, but you know. And I think I probably have put a little bit of weight on, you know, probably maybe £0.5 pound or something, considering what I was weighing last week. But then, like I said, I don't know if my scales are correct or not. So anyway, that's the upshot of that. I'm going to try and get this up today. Today's Wednesday, by the way. I've ended up not being able to do the vlogs. I didn't want to feel like I had too much to do in the evenings, because obviously my friend sleeps in the sitting room and that's where I upload my vlogs. So I decided that I wouldn't do the weight update yesterday. That was my plan, but and I was going to try and do it after I got weighed, but it was not going to happen once I needed to cook and stuff. So it just meant that everything's sort of a bit out of sync at the moment. But the food diaries, if I'm going to do them, they should be up every morning at 7 o'clock, and if they're not, I do apologise. So vlogging wise, I don't know what I'm doing. I may still vlog today, I'm undecided. I haven't had anything to eat. This is like my second cup of coffee of the day, and I've got it in my favourite little cat mug. So yeah, I wanted to talk about my knee injections. I didn't talk about that at all yesterday in my food diary. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but in actual fact they could only do one knee. They couldn't do both knees. He said that it wasn't advisable, and why they suggested it, they're not really sure. He said that when he did an ultrasound on both my knees to see which one was worse, and my right knee was the worst. The amount of fluid was in there was quite shocking. It was sort of, my knee is it's only about that big, but the fluid looked like it was the whole size of my knee. I'm sure it wasn't, but that's what it looked like in comparison to my left knee, which only had about that much fluid in. But he basically said that he would not be happy not giving me the full steroid injection. He wanted to do it, the whole injection in one knee. Now apparently when you have a steroid injection, I didn't know this, I thought it was, they could give you just like equal amounts. They can give you equal amounts, but it meant that the dosage that I had in one knee would have been split between two knees, and he said that he didn't feel that it was going to work as well. He said not only that I might have issues walking, because you're going to use your left knee slightly more than you would use your right if you have the injection only in your right, or vice versa. And I didn't really know that was going to be like an issue really. Well, I did wonder if I was going to be able to walk, and I thought it was a bit ambitious in doing both. So I can see why they said what they said, and he said he would much rather, because of the amount of fluid as well that was in the knee, to give the full injection so I get the full blast of it. So I was happy for him just to do one knee. I think the nurse that was there was already looking at appointments for me, and there was one for 2 weeks, but he said it was too soon. So he wants to see me 3 to 4 weeks, so I'm going to get a letter about that. He's also arranged it, well, he will make sure it will be arranged that I have it on a Friday afternoon, so I don't need to take the next day off work. But I mean, saying that, I can't say I feel like there is an issue with my knee. I feel like I could just go and do whatever I would normally do. So whether that's just being over precautious or not, I don't know. I do feel like a kind of niggling pain in it, but it's not like compared to like going upstairs. But it's not an issue as far as I'm concerned. But he said that if I had Saturday off, then it would be perfectly adequate. He didn't think I needed 2 or 3 days off. So obviously whatever they've got in their notes might be a little bit over the top, but I suppose you have to, precautionary I guess. So yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. It didn't really hurt. It was just, it kind of hurt when they did the numbing thing. It didn't hurt, it just stung a bit, and then that went. But he had the needle in my knee for quite a long time while he was doing that. But yeah, the rest of it really wasn't all that difficult. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. I thought I was going to be crying like a baby basically, because I'm not exactly the bravest when it comes to things like this. I'm a bit of a wimp, but no, he said I did really well, so that's just well really. I know what to expect and I'm not going to be worried about it. So yeah, that was that. I just want to kind of give like a quick update really as to how I've done over kind of like 2017. Obviously I think I started off really quite badly in the year. I mean, I did lose a little bit of weight, but I had like a whole like 2 months where I didn't really lose a hell of a lot. So I feel like I was backwards before the year started, and I had quite a lot of catching up to do to get back to where I was. So I kind of went up and down quite a lot for the majority. I think all the way up until we hit May. Yeah, I would say I was kind of just going up and down in my weight. I hadn't really figured out what I was doing or how to lose weight. It was sort of a bit, I don't know, I was following EE but it weren't really working, but I wasn't always doing the seams, and I you know, sometimes life just gets in the way, let's face it. So yeah, I feel like since hitting about June, Oh no, yeah, June I think. Yeah, if I actually tell you, so last January, so I lost £3 that month, and then in February I lost £1.5, and then March I put on £0.5, and then in April I put on £1.5. In May I lost £2.5, and then this is where I think it started to sort of sink in. It was when I started vlogging, I think in the middle of June, I suddenly realised, you know, I need to push this along a bit. So, but once we hit May, that's when it started. So 2.5 in May. June I lost £4.5, and then in July I lost £3, and then in August I lost £2, and then in September I lost £4, and in October I didn't lose any weight, which I was quite happy with, because obviously I had Matt's dad over, so I wasn't really thinking, I thought it would be a bonus if I could just stay the same, because every time he's come over I've gained like half a stone. So I was really proud of myself for not, you know, gaining weight. I did gain, I mean, I went up and down basically in October. That's why it ended up being that I was the same as I started at the beginning as at the end, but you all know that. So November I lost £3, and then December I have lost 4.5. So yeah, I feel like the real difference probably has been doing SP. I think if I hadn't been doing that, I may still be not have lost as much. I really don't think I would have, to be perfectly honest. So I feel like I've kind of really achieved, I mean, it may not be the whole of 2017 that I've achieved, but I feel like the latter half of it I've really sort of found what I need to do, so I'm kind of happy with that. So obviously I've managed to, I'd already got my I got my 1 stone award actually. Did I get my 1 stone award? Yeah, I did. So I got my 1 stone award at the beginning of the year, and I thought, wow, it's taken me so long, how long is it going to take me to get any of the other awards? But somehow I've seemed to have done it. So I also got my Club 10 award, which I was happy about, my 1.5 stone award, and then not that long I got my 2 stone award, which was my Christmas wish, and that's the first time I can honestly say that I've actually, well, I've only done swimming well for 2 years over Christmas, but my first Christmas wish I never got, and that was, I only got, really, if you look back at it, it was only September I managed to get that, so it was 9 months out, but never mind. But obviously I got my Christmas wish, and I got it before Christmas, so I was happy about that. So it was to lose £5, that was, to get my 2 stone award. So I could have probably have done a bit more, because obviously I lost another £3 since then, so you know, I'm happy with that. I also got, obviously I don't know if I've shown you, yeah, no I don't think I have, but I've got my beads now. So I have got, obviously you know I've got this one here, this is my ½ stone award, so it's pink and it matches my award, and this is my stone award, which is blue, and that matches as well, and then Matt managed to pick me up the orange one, so that matches my 1.5 stone award, and this is the green one for my 2 stone award, which has got a 4-leaf clover on it, which I really like, and this one here my friend got me from work, so it's got little, I think you saw it on my Christmas Day vlog, but she got me the one with the little ladybirds on, so I've just got that on because it just kind of looks nice really. So yeah, so I feel like I've kind of achieved somewhat this year, so I'm hoping that I can achieve more in 2018, and yeah, so I'm happy about that. What else? A couple of non-scale victories, I suppose. I felt really good. I think it was my nephew's birthday. I think I wore a stripy top. Yeah, I wore a stripy top that was a size 18, which would probably be too big now. And 3/4 length jeans. I felt really good that I fitted into that. I felt great that day. So yeah, it was a real good non-scale victory. But I suppose some of the other is that I've just like jumped like several sizes, and now I can fit into a 14 jeans, which is good. But so they're still kind of a little bit tight, but I could probably get away with it. Also this top here, if I just show you, it's a Gap top. It's actually a child's extra large. I have been trying to fit into this for about 8 years. and I can actually get into it now, so I am chuffed with that, and it actually fits, so I'm happy with that. That's kind of it really. There's not, I mean, there probably has been more, but I can't really remember any of them. And I think probably one of the highlights as well was going to SlimCon. I don't think that would have been anything I would have ever have done, even though I wasn't, you know, giving a talk or anything, but the fact that I actually made a decision and said, actually, I'm gonna go, was like, yeah, that was probably one of my biggest achievements, that I actually went to something that was completely out of my comfort zone and meeting people that I've never thought I would ever get to meet, and also getting to meet some of my viewers as well, because that was amazing too. So that was probably one of my highlights. Oh, my friend has just come down from showering. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here because I think I've been rambling on long enough. I hope you're all having a fantastic beginning of 2018, and Happy New Year everyone. So I'll see you all soon. Bye everybody.